Downloaded the demo of the burst because I had seen the devs advertising on Reddit as they had just released it for the Steam Next Fest. If you've seen a couple of my past VR reviews, you'll know that I don't really get VR sickness, and I'm a huge proponent for devs expanding the horizon of locomotion in games to give us the ability to do things we can't do in real life. And you know when you get a player discretion warning screen about vestibular systems before you start the game, you know it's about to be a good time. So first things first, before I jump into the locomotion styles, this game is sort of a Mad Max, Borderlands-esque post-apocalyptic world. That's sort of like a platformer FPS game. You move around with your thumbstick, but then you run by swinging your arms. This even lets you run along walls, and then you can jump by timing the arm swing with an A button press as well. Then you eventually get a sort of Spider-Man / grappling hook that's sort of similar to Jet Island, except for it only attaches at certain poles and hooks. Then you take all that you've learned and combine it and chain them to make one fluid motion that feels really satisfying in the end. It did take me a minute to get used to the grappling because I was used to Jet Island and having to pull myself, but in this game you sort of let the momentum swing for you instead of trying to manipulate it yourself. And these parkour sections act as a sort of driver to get you to the FPS portions where you're killing bandits. And actually, to be honest, the FPS portions feel more like the driver to get you in between the parkour portions because they felt a little weaker than how much fun the parkour was. I mean, the weapons feel okay, they're nothing spectacular, and you can cheese the bandits pretty easily. Maybe there'll be a difficulty section in the full game, but it felt a little easy. It did feel a little better when I stopped shooting from afar and tried to do trick shots while parkouring them. Placing guns in my shoulder and placing the ammo in my belt felt off at first. It's really particular in wanting it in a certain place, but it doesn't have that sort of opaque slot indicator that other games have to show you where it should go. Grabbing items like ammo crates didn't always feel great, and sometimes I couldn't smash them open for any obvious reason. And then sometimes other objects like bottles would break on one occasion but not on another. I kinda wish the button mapping was a little more consistent like Half-Life Alyx is, where like you would grab to pull and then grab to hold rather than trigger to pull and then grab to hold. That's kind of a minor gripe, probably because I only just played Half-Life Alyx recently, so the muscle memory is there, but I guess you could remap it if it really bothered you. It had a story which was appreciated, especially with how many VR games lack it altogether.
A biologist? That's gotta be the one we heard about. The one experimenting on plants. A real scientist.
One thing I'll say though is that it's just the main character speaking to someone else over a radio, so it's sort of a low-budget story delivery.
Don't tell me we're just gonna let it slide.
No, saving them is a huge risk. Your life is...
It's my life to risk. Besides, if I bring in two, you'll finally stop bothering me with your errands and your stupid jokes.
I can't promise that.
But the devs did say this is a custom level just for the demo, so the main story might be a little more involved. Oh, and how could I forget the vehicle section?
Stop! Get back here, you fucker!
It's pretty fun to drive. It reminded me of the Half-Life 2 airboat controls a lot. I wish there was just more going on during this section. Kind of felt like the perfect spot for a Mad Max shootout. But again, it's just a demo, so I can't really fault them too much for just a preview of a story. But yeah, it's a really great demo. Like I wrote in my Reddit reply, I'm glad that they didn't hold back on the locomotion. I wishlisted the game and plan on buying it because just as it was getting good, the demo ended and it left me wanting more.